Weaponized drone in the state of North Dakota. Does the use of armed drones, now these are not bullets and guns, but we're talking about tasers or even the use of tear gas via a drone. Does it give law enforcement a new edge or too much power? Former U.S. Army helicopter pilot Amber Smith is joining us now. Amber, it sounds like maybe not a bad idea, but again, do you want these in the hands of every police force across the country?
I am all for the use of drones in a responsible and ethical manner. These people who will be operating these drones, they'll be highly trained. It's not going to be just someone off the street who wants to throw a drone up in the air and spy on people or be firing rubber bullets from the air. If used properly, they can mitigate risk for both people on the ground and police officers, and they can potentially save police officers and other citizens' lives.
They are used in a very powerful way among, say, even fire departments and crowd control. You can look at the size of a crowd, a police department. But again, with the militarization of police forces across the country and the outrage over that, doesn't this take it even a step further?
No, I think it's a lot of hype. And I think if you look at this from essentially a lot of people aren't educated on drones. And so naturally there's a fear associated with it. The same way if you look at people being scared of guns, a lot of those people are just merely not educated on what it takes to operate those and use them properly. And the same with drones. I have worked with drones. I've flown helicopters around drones. They can be incredibly effective in terms of working with a team to accomplish something on the ground. And I think when people start looking at this, they might be weaponized, and then, you know, it's the militarization of a police force. I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be used for a good purpose that could produce some positive results.
I do want to ask you then, though, about the hobbyists and hobby drones and the non-commercial drones and those used outside of the public sector, because they are actually becoming a problem for police forces, because you have individuals flying their drones into the yards and onto the private property of others. You have people shooting drones out of the sky if they're over their own personal property, people getting arrested for hitting people who get close to them with drones. Don't you think there I'm talking about regulation and laws, but don't you think there needs to be more enforcement of what people can do with these things? And I'm talking about hobbyists.
Yeah, I completely agree. It needs to be regulated. There needs to be oversight into the users as well, and they need to be held accountable. The FAA needs to ensure that competent people are operating these drones for recreational use. A lot of them, there's very minimal restrictions if you keep those drones under 200 feet, more than 4 miles away from an airport, situations like that. But it does need, the technology is going there where it's that easy for, everyday civilians to operate these drones, and we need to make sure they're doing it safely so other people don't get hurt.
Thank you, Amber. I've got Arthur Idala's phone number on speed dial because I know that I'm going to wind up running over one with my car just in a fit of rage. Amber, it's good to see you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.